Anyway, next we have here, speaking of turmoil again. So I'm sure you're familiar with the company or the network giant, which is GMA Network. Since they have no more competition in the television industry because of what happened with the ABS-CBN, well, they're now in hot waters in a sense because of backlash from their one unit, GMA Public Affairs, for requesting for source content for free. Now they're not paying for, asking for people for help for the documentaries and so forth, which generates the millions or even billions of revenue through advertising, and they're not paying said people, for their services. And this was brought about by a journalist, the name of Ezra Akayan. Hope I'm pronouncing his name properly. So the media practice is obtaining free content for publication. Now maybe if it's for reporting news, people are willing to help. I think it's okay. But if it's for for shows that for public affairs, and it's recognized as a award-winning program, so wherein a lot of advertisers would want to advertise in that show, obviously they generate a lot of money for the company, in this case for GMA. And I think it makes sense that you should pay those people who you get in contact, whether it's amateur or professional people there. And what's the action of GMA Public Affairs? They're stating that the immediate action is to put a stop of the practice of our teams requesting for use of free photos and videos without compensation, particularly requesting interview subjects to shoot video for us. Especially for that one, if you're going to ask someone to shoot a video, like in the case of Wilson Paguyo, who is an overseas Filipino worker in France, who was asked by the GMA to shoot for free videos of his life under lockdown. So the documentary is aired in real time, but Pakuyo was reportedly not compensated for his efforts. I think that's seem unfair for his troubles, that he doesn't get any penny of it at the very least for the effort. And I think it brought tremendous attention for the company for being able to show what was life like in France. And I think at the very least they should give them a substantial amount, because obviously traveling to other countries is a difficult situation during the pandemic or even during the lockdown. So it should be highly appreciated by those companies, right? And GMA Public Affairs stated that it has conducted an internal review of its practices, that a good number of its programs pay contributors. But that does goes back to the main problem. It's not standard practice. You're taking advantage of information, videos, photos that you generate millions or billions of pesos here, yet you don't pay a small amount or fee for those people who have helped you, reach your goal. So I think it's at the very least you could do here, right? Do good service to your company. And obviously, what they're stating that they supposedly, it was stated that Akayan GMA is claiming or stating that it's still not getting to the point of the issue wherein the network supposedly plans to filter out the professional versus the amateur so that they can avoid paying compensation. I think it should be paid regardless, right? As long as you're getting data, information from the other people other than your own employees, you should pay them at the very least a certain fee, right? And what's funny here is, obviously the show has generated several local and international awards, but at what expense, right? And also, it was stated that with this debacle, staff of GMA Public Affairs were laid off, but after the issue was made public, they rehired back those people that were fired. So is this a PR nightmare? They're just trying to appease the people here. I mean, if you did your due diligence in the first place, do the ethical thing, pay those people who help you, succeed and be popular, win several awards. I think that's the least that you could do for those people here. And especially now in the lockdown, people have no work. That's the least that you could have done.